Hey, hi, hello there. Welcome to another episode of An Anthropologist Watches Glitter and Lasers. And I want to go over this. I just stumbled across this as I was finishing up the video that I just posted about Anna's trail meltdown, and then confronting the woman who dared to step into her sphere of acknowledgement. Marr, how dare she say something positive on the trail? Anyway, I want to watch this for two reasons. First off, these are reels from Anna's Instagram that have been saved. So they're stories and reels that she's saved. So they didn't delete after 24 hours. I am red. Heck yeah. Anyway, this is about as close as you'll ever get to seeing the Irish side of me. The reason I find these incredibly interesting is several things. First off, this was posted 313 weeks ago, which comes out to be... So 313 weeks is roughly it's almost 6 years. It's almost 6 years ago. So these videos that we're getting ready to watch here are almost 6 years old. Anna looks exactly the same as she did 6 years ago. So what does that mean? A, Anna must have gained a crap ton of weight between 6 years ago and today. And B, whatever weight she is here, she's very close to today. So she's been a big girl for a long time. I actually had to double check because she looks so freaking similar. Her hair looks similar. Her eyebrows look similar. The makeup style she's wearing is very similar, with the exception of the eyeshadow. So I was just kind of like caught off guard. I thought this was a recent video, especially given the topic of it. But this just, to me, seeing this video just kind of reinforces to me that Anna may have lost weight from a couple of years prior, but she must have gained so much weight a couple of years ago to have lost minimal amount of weight to get back to the point where she was 6 years ago. All right. If you did look at a picture of me from 6 years ago, I am much smaller and I never want to get that big again. But anyway, I want to watch these. Anna's telling us about negative emotions and negative experiences and how we can use them as learning experiences.
All emotions are good emotions. When I feel lonely, when I feel sad, when I feel mad, when I feel frustrated, I learn. So it's not a bad thing to be upset. It's not a bad thing to feel not happy. Those emotions are the ways our body gives us feedback.
Even 6 years ago, this is where she goes when she's creating, when she's making things up. It's, again, not necessarily a deceptive zone. It's just where she goes when she's making something up. This is inspirational talk. This isn't scripted. I mean, it's probably scripted to a point where she's like, I want to talk about this, but she's not reading from a script. She's making this up as she goes along. This is where we see her go when she's talking about the trail incident. Every time she's talking about the trail incident, she's over here.
There are the ways that we physically communicate to say, hey, some things need to change in my life, and I'm going to feel that through an emotion. And I think that that's important. So sometimes, even though it's superly well-intentioned, and I know that it's all out of love, when people say, oh, just be happy, I'm like, no, that's not the point. You don't always have to be happy. In fact, sometimes your best learning comes from when you're sad. And yes, happiness is a lifestyle. I am generally going to be a happy person to be around. But
I imagine Anna's really tiring to be around. I imagine Anna's very exhausting because she even, right here, she admits she's just fake happy. She even says it in her book. She's just fake happy. She's faking it till she makes it. But fake happy people tend to like go overboard about it, and they don't understand that being happy doesn't mean that you're loud and boisterous and constantly talking and constantly like trying to be perky. Like, they don't understand that real happiness is just being able to just kind of like sit and not, I mean, like, you can be all of those things, but somebody who's actually just kind of like mellow and happy, they can just chill. They're not upset. They may or may not have resting bitch face, but a lot of people who are like just kind of mid-level happy all the time don't have resting bitch face. They have like a 5-mile stare, but that's different. This is just my experience of being around people who, like, in general are happy with their lives. Like, they're okay with where their lives are and where their lives are going. They're not constantly worried about the next step or, you know, what's going to happen situation. Anna's just like so, in her videos and stuff that I've seen of her, she's just so constantly trying to be like, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. Like, I just feel like that would be so draining as someone trying to interact with her.
But I might feel sad occasionally, which is a good thing because it's telling me, hey, some things in your life you need to tweak. And when you are trying to be your best self, listening to those emotions are super important. We live in a society that encourages us to suppress them. And I actually feel that your best self comes from addressing them. And that's what I want for you.
Anna telling us to sit with our sad emotions because they help us improve. Watching that on the tail end of her having a meltdown over someone saying something positive to her on the running trail, and then further having a meltdown over people not supporting her over it. It just feels like one of those moments where you're just kind of like, hey, Anna, you might want to go back and rewatch some of your old videos and maybe read your own book again, because all these things that you say in the book and on these in these videos, you're not doing them. You know? So it's just that kind of a thing. Even though it's well-intentioned. What does she have against people trying to build her up? She really doesn't like it when people try to build her up. She didn't like the woman giving her encouragement on the trail. I still am not positive it actually happened. She doesn't like it when she tells her friends that she's having a flare up, you know, vague as possible. And her friends are like, hey, let's try to fix the problem because I care about you and I want you to not feel like shit. She doesn't like that. She doesn't like when people tell her be happy or ask her why she's sad. She doesn't like it when people show that they care about her. That's what I'm picking up from all of this. Like, whether these situations are real or not, she's communicating these situations to her audience in a way that shows that it bothers her when people try to show care for her. And I'm not entirely sure why that would bother you, especially since she's also constantly talking about, you know, how much she cares for the world and how much, you know, we should all be nicer to each other. And she's one of those, like, her false positivity, her toxic positivity. But when it's turned around on her, when people are like, hey, good job, or what can I do to make you not feel bad, or how can we solve a problem that you're having? We together do a thing to help you feel better. She hates it. Like, I don't have any other way to put it. She hates it. It really bugs the crap out of her when people try to show that they care. Whether these are real people or fake. It's very strange to me. And again, this video is from 6 years ago. She looks exactly the same as she does today. It just further makes me doubt everything that she does with her talking about her workouts and her diet changes, or we'll talk about that later, and just all of the stuff that she's been doing the past 9-ish months, going on a year now. it just further drives home to me that she's not doing it. She's faking it, much like her positivity and her happiness. She's faking it. And that's why when she gets put on, when the spotlight gets put on her and she does a video where she's like, I'm going to show you how awesome I am at doing my better health, or my co-pilot workout that I've been doing forever and ever and ever, you guys. And like, she can't even make it through the first round of her workout that's been tailor-made for her, that she's supposedly been doing for months. Uh-huh. Sure. So there you have that. I don't get what Anna has against people being positive towards her. Anna needs to take her own medicine as far as learning from negative experiences. And she hasn't changed at all. And that says a lot more to me than any of her look at me, I'm a fitness guru bullshit that she's been pulling lately. And I guess now she's trying to dip her toe into the beauty realm, and we may or may not go over some of those. I would never go to Anna for makeup and or skincare or beauty advice. I just wouldn't. I just wouldn't. I'm not surprised her skin's as bad as it is. Some of it, probably a good chunk of it's her diet. But if she really is doing her skincare the way I've seen her do it, and if she really is just doing what she does to her skin, it's unsurprising. That's what happens when you have bad hormones, bad diet, and then bad skincare on top of it. That's what happens. So anyway, all right. I know, surprise bonus video. Woo! If you guys made it this far, go ahead and put a happy rainbow. Put a happy rainbow, because we are all happy, positive people. Either put a happy rainbow or a storm cloud, because, you know, we're also supposed to learn from our negative emotions. So, or put both. You can be the happy rainbow or you can be the sad storm cloud. It's okay. We can be both of those things at the same time in my comment section. It's fine. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think about what she said. I mean, she's not wrong. That's the thing with Anna. She's not wrong exactly, but she's clearly just repeating shit that she's heard from somewhere. She doesn't actually practice what she preaches, I guess is my point. So let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you guys think about the fact that this video is 6 years old. This little group of videos that we just watched are 6 years old. Let me know what you think about that, and the fact that she's like identical to what she looks like today. So let me know your thoughts on that. Whatever other thoughts you have, let me know what you think about those down in the comments section down below. And I don't know, lucky you get 2 videos in one day. Neither of them are the Newly video that I keep talking about that I've made. I'm just going to use that as, like, you're never going to see the Newly video. I'm just going to continuously mention the Newly video, and then like 6 months from now finally post it, and y'all are going to be like, what the hell is this? That's right. That's how I roll. Anyway, I will see everybody in the next one. Bye. This is my outro music. You can't copyright strike me because it's just me singing. This is my outro music. Thank you for watching. See you next time.